Hello and welcome. Today we're working on how to calculate annualized returns if you really only know total return. So you can easily do this on Excel, and I'm going to show you how this works. So let's get started. If you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. I teach a lot of financial skills, so please like and comment, subscribe. Love for you to join us. So let's get started with our problem here. So what if we look back and we have good records, and we have maybe the ending value. We invested at the beginning of year zero, $10,000. At the end of year one, it grew to $10,789, and then year two and three. So we have really organized dates, and they're all equal years, things like that. Well, one thing we can do is we can calculate the total return just by taking the ending value divided by the beginning value minus 1. So let's take the ending value divided by the beginning value. Now we're going to divide this by the 10,000 every time. That's always going to be our beginning value. So I'm going to do F4 and make it absolute. So I'm always dividing by the 10,000. Then I'm going to subtract out the 1. And so our total return for year one is just going to be 7.89%. Well, what would it be for year two? This is total return, or sometimes called holding period return. So I should be able to just copy it down. So I've lost $1,800, right, out of my original 10,000. So I have a negative 18.55% rate of return. And you'll see over time this has grown, so therefore our total return is going to grow all the way until the end. Now, when I go from 10,000 to 20,000, then what happens is that's 100% rate of return. And so let's say your brokerage statement says your total holding period return is 100.94%. You think, oh man, that's fantastic. I made 100% this year. Well, you didn't make it this year. You made it over the course of 7 years, right? You invested at the beginning, I guess, of year one, or end of year zero, same thing. And then it grew. So it grew to 20,000 over a period of time. All right, so how do we calculate the annualized returns? Well, we can calculate just the final number if you want to, but you could calculate each one of these. What's my annual return just for the first 2 years, or just for the 5-year period, or whatever. So let's do it, and we can kind of check our work along the way. The formula is going to be 1 plus the total return, and then the exponent is going to be 1 divided by the year. So 1 year, 5 years, 7 years, whatever. So our annualized return is going to be 1 plus, start parentheses here, 1 plus the 7.89. Okay, close the bracket here. And then the exponent is going to be the caret symbol, and I'm going to take, once again, another bracket, 1 divided by the years. Well, this is going to be 1, so it's not going to be very exciting for the first year, minus the 1. And so what we have is, after 1 year, you've earned 7.89%, or an annualized return of 7.89. 1 year is going to equal 1 year total return and the annualized return. But what about year 2 and 3 and 4? So what happens is, if we lose 18% over the course of 2 years, it's going to be about a 9% loss each year. So let's just copy this down. I'm using the same formula, right? It's going to be the 1 plus the negative 18% to the 1 over 2 power, and then subtract out the 1. So you lost about almost 10% a year, 9.75% each year. Well, let's copy it all the way down, and we'll have the annualized returns for the 3-year annualized returns is a measly 1.14. It's growing here at 2.2, and then for year 7, because it went all the way from 10,000 to 20,000, that's 100% return, almost 102% return. Well, that annualizes out to be 10.56%. Let's do a check there on Excel. You can do the rate function, and there's a time value of money function that already has it built in here. Let's check our work. So I'm going to do FX, and I'm going to use the formula builder. I can search for rate if I don't have it. Here it is right here. So what do I need? I need the number of periods, it's 7. The payment, there's no payment going on here. I didn't specifically add or take away from the account. Now, present value needs to be negative. I paid out of pocket a minus $10,000 and I received a positive $20,194. So what's the answer for the annual rate of return, or the annualized rate of return? It's 10.56. This is 7 different calculations we can make for period 1 through 2, the first 3 years, so on. But here we can see that at the end of 7 years, you've earned 10.56% on an annual basis. And so your money has doubled from $10,000 to $20,194. All right, so that's how you do it if you have, all the full numbers and everything. But what if you have just something short? You just say, you just look up and you find you don't have maybe all the paperwork, and you find out at some point you made an investment on January 1st, 2020, and then you find on 12/1/22 you have a total return of 31.18%. Well, what's your annualized return? Well, what we need to do is use this formula right here, 1 plus the total return, and then do the exponent of 365, because the number of days, divided by the actual days. So there's going to be math here. We can say, what's the difference in these two actual days? So what we can do is we can say, start with a bracket here, 1 plus the total return, and we're going to use an exponent, and we'll do 365 divided by, and then we'll start another parentheses here, the actual days. I'm going to take the December 1st, 2022 minus January 1st, 2020. So how many days is that going to be? That's going to be all of 20, 21, and most of 22. So that's going to be 365 days times 2.9 or something like that. It's going to be about 1,000 days or so. And so we'll close that parentheses, close the parentheses on the exponent, and then subtract out 1. So what is our annual rate of return? Well, if we earn 31% in almost 3 years, then we have earned about 9.75 on an annualized basis on a 365-day basis. We can do the same thing for the calculation for 8/15. We have August 15th of 2026, and our total return now is 107. What's the annual return at this point? Well, let me go back and change this 1B25, make it absolute, so now I should be able to just copy it down. What kind of rate of return do we have? The annualized rate of return is something like 11.64, because we invested on January 1, 2020, and then at August 15th, 2026, we know we have a total return of 107.37%. We know we've earned annualized return of about 11.64%. All right, so this is how you do converting total returns to annualized returns. I hope this is helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe, leave your questions in the comments below. I'll try to answer them, and thanks for watching.